that we also have a close relationship with EHAP, the Executive Housekeeper Association of Philippines. Housekeepers are always the end users who consume the hotel linens, and they are always the first one to provide us with immediate product feedback and advice. And in line of Department of Tourism, DOT, this is actually the new and the existing slogan for Philippines tourism. It is more fun in the Philippines. Globalinen is also a partner to Department of Tourism, as there is a saying, when you check in a hotel, you look at the decoration and the furnishing of a hotel. But what the hotel guests really consume are always the bed linens, the bed pillows, and also the towels. And only if they have a good sleeping and shower experience, they will also come back to your hotel. So DOT actually, they send out accreditators to hotels in Philippines every year. So they are the ones who rate the hotel whether you are 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star category. And then they also ensure that the hotels are of their correct standard. It is more fun in the Philippines. This is the new Department of Tourism slogan. And it is also voted to be the world's #2 most successful advertising campaign. So even if you ride a taxi in London, you will be able to see this slogan on the taxi. We are very confident that Philippine tourism really have a very good, bright future. And of course, we Globalinen as a supplier and all of you as a hotel manager, we are expected to be growing at a very fast speed together. Traditionally, Globalinen is more focused on supplying to corporate accounts of 4- and 5-star hotels in Manila. But starting 2 years ago, we also branch out and we also make product launching in different cities. And this is actually this is the Cebu Food and Beverage Expo last year. So last year, July 29, we also invited I think about 50 hotel managers from Cebu, and it was also for the product launching, and it was also a great success. And this is the other event, the Kubira or in Cagayan de Oro. Actually, it's an event that is repeating every year. And the Vice President of EHAP, Mrs. Alina, she will also join the Cagayan de Oro Kubira event next week. And Globalinen will also join the event, in which this is the largest event in Cagayan de Oro, in which we will get to meet so many Cagayan hotels and also hotel managers. This is actually our grand product launching. Our grand product launching at the Lim Kek Kai Lux Hotel, the local 5-star hotel in Cagayan de Oro, in which we also invite the Kohara or the Cagayan de Oro and Hotel and Restaurant Association members. More than 80 hotel owners and managers also participated. Last year, being one of the major linen manufacturer in Philippines, there are more than 9 newspaper and journal magazine also interview us. And this was the hotel supply show in SMX in Manila last year. And earlier this year, in June 30, we also make a product launching event in Iloilo in the Hotel de Rio, in which we have more than 70 hotel managers joining us. And this was in early last month in City of Dreams, Manila, in which we also we have actually more than 120 hotel managers. This was last week in Marriott, Cebu, in which we invite about 80 hotel managers and our clients, and we also we have about 8 local media that join our presentation. Now, I will also take a short break, and we will start the raffle of the door prizes, and we will also have a game about linens that we won the housekeeper from Manila and also the housekeeper from Boracay also to join with us. Eileen. I hope all of you, when you come in, you also drop your calling card in the fish pond, because as far as you notice, today we also have a lot of souvenir. Not only pillows, but we also have bed sheet, blanket all over the side, and this will be your souvenir for today. We are going to draw 5 lucky winner. First, we have Miss Grace Pajaro from the Sir Beach Resort. And then can I have Michelle Pitalano from Discovery Shores, Boracay? And then can I have Sir Dante Cruz?
Wait.
And then, and last, can I have Sir Dindo Miguel of Hannah Group of Resorts? And then now on the side, I hope we will also make a very short game with linens, and especially flat can. So here on the bed, we will also put 3 bed pillowcase of different flat can. And then we will start with our executive housekeepers from Manila, and then we will. Okay.
Just the Boracay people.
Okay. Then we will try with our managers from Boracay. Here in front of you, we will have 2 sets of different flat can pillowcase, and then we hope that you can come by, and then you will be able to identify and which pillowcase is a lower flat can or higher flat can. So we will just pick from here. Can we have Miss Julius from Discovery Shores? So Julius, and then can I have Sir Jesus from Paradise Garden?
So hard to unfair. Okay, who volunteer na lang?
Per table na lang.
Per table na lang.
Any representative.
Any representative. Yan.
Yeah.
From housekeeping.
Yeah, especially the housekeepers.
Francis!
Identify na friend ka.
Salut ka mga Darin!
Pilipin na lang na ganyan. Pilipin na lang sa ilaw. Yan. Okay.
lowest.
Are you ready?
Okay. So lowest 200 grams.
So the lowest he identified, the first one is 200 fret count.
And this is 200 grams on polycotton. This is 100% cotton. And then this one. This is 250.
And then the second one he identified is 250 fret count. So it's also
It's also correct.
he's correct. He's correct.
This one. 200 polycotton. This is only 180. So 180.
So the first one he identified is 180 fret count, and then the second one is 200, and the third one is 250. So they are very smart. All of them also identify correctly. And we also have a souvenir for three of you. So actually, then a while ago, this is just a very shocking of for the hotel managers to identify different fret count. Fret count or by the is also a major indicator of the linens quality, and it's very important. I think every housekeeper should know about. Actually, in hotel or home use or hotel use linens, we also hotel use linen include major there are 4 categories. So we have all kind of bed linens, bath linens, room linens, and table linens. So all kind of room linens, like the bed linens will be the bed sheet, the pillows, the bed blanket, and also the bed pad, the protector, the infill, and hopper. Basically, any single thing and any single linen that is used on bed is classified as a bed linen. And then all kind of bath linen will be all kind of towels, bathrobes, slippers, and shower curtains. And of course, we have all kind of room linens, which is the curtains or the throw pillows or the bed runners. And of course, all kind of food and beverage F&B linen, like the tablecloth or the napkins that are used in hotel. Very often, the modern linens are always called decorative. They are called decorative linens because traditionally linen is something that is very expensive, and it is only afforded by the most richest family. In the past, without a modern sewing machine, all the linen are hand woven, which makes it very, very expensive. Only the royal family can afford. But nowadays, with the modern industrial development, we have weaving machines, and nowadays bed linen is the cost of bed linen are so much lower that every single person can also afford. So we have all kind of bed linen, bath linen, table linen, and room linens. But there are some. This is actually a slide that I create especially for the manager in Boracay. when you talk about linen, you have many kind of qualities and specification. In particular, you will have fretcard, cotton, polycotton, jacquard fabric, weaving, piles, and of course very often the different supplier will have a different quality. Sometimes the shrinkage and also the strength of the fabric and the durability, these are all and the readiness to maintain. These are all very important to hotel, and I will also briefly talk to you one by one. Fretcard, by definition, is the number of yarn thread within a 1 inch square. So when the fretcard increase, the quality increase. But why? It's also because when we increase the fretcard, it also means that we have to feed more finer threads in the same area, which will generate a much smoother feeling when you touch. So when you touch a high quality bedsheet, usually the feeling is also much softer. And then cotton is also the most commonly used material in making linen. But we have 100% cotton, and then we also have all kind of polycotton. Polycotton is a mixed blend of polyester also with cotton. In provincial area, especially like in Boracay, we always recommend the use of polycotton because polycotton by nature, number one, it is more hygienic, and then number two, it requires much less ironing. That is 100% cotton. When you wash it, it will become crumble easily. But polycotton, it requires much less ironing. And then number three, polycotton is much easier to treat when there is a stain. And then of course we have you may notice that fabric always have different designs. We always call those jacquard fabrics. Jacquard is by weaving, so when we produce the fabric, we also weave the correct pattern. And then very often then we notice the hotel managers always have a difficulty to identify the quality of the linen, especially if you have, for example, you have 3 suppliers. How can you identify the best supplier, not only from the price but also from the quality itself? Because every manufacturer also manufacture different standard linens, and sometimes it's not easy to compare. That's why we will recommend to all the hotel manager, the number one rule in identifying a good linen, especially for bed linens and bath linens, number one, you base on the hand feeling. Because the hand feeling, the softness that a linen can give you is something that is not replaceable. I mean, when you touch something, you feel it soft and comfortable. This is also the natural response of our body, and you can never lie about that. And then you also, apart from the hand feeling, you should also look at the appearance of the fabric to see whether the color is also of suitable whiteness. In hotels, the reason why we use white linen is also because we wash and treat and bleach our linens every day. So the whiteness is also important. And then, and last, this is also about the texture. Very often in hotel, especially in purchasing, you may not have time to analyze so many samples from the supplier. That's why, apart from the hand feeling appearance, you should also look at the fine structure of a linen. For example, you can also put the pillowcases under sunlight, and then you will see the structure of the weaving. A good quality of linen, piece of linen, it should not have any irregular pattern, or sometimes we call it some white dots. You may see we call it a cotton knot. A good quality of linen should not have cotton knots or some irregular pattern in the fabric, because these are always line of weakness, and it can develop even holes after washing. And number two, you know one thing why we have global linens for hotel side and also Joyce and Diana linen for department store side is also because we understand there is a difference between hotel use linen and home use linen. At home, we are more on the fashion. So we have all kind of printed design because at home we seldom change our bed sheet, or maybe only once or twice every week or once every week. But in hotels, every time when your guests check out, you are expected immediately to change everything, and of course all the linens will be washed. That's why quality after wash is very important. When I talk about the quality after wash, it's not only so you have to compare the quality of your sample before and after wash, especially just like my parents always say, the good quality of linen only come out after 100 of washes. Usually, on average, a five-star hotel, they would make a major replenishment on linens every 2 years. But this also depends on the past stocking and also the occupancy of the hotel, because you know the linen will not have wear and tear if you do not use it. And the major wear and tear that occur is during the laundering process. When you bring your linen to wash, when your housekeeper take out the linen and then they are sent to the laundry, they will wash. This is so you should always compare the lifespan and also the quality of linens before and after wash. And it's also a very warm reminder from us, the Globalinens. We are supplier of linens, but we also recommend that when you choose your laundry supplier, you must choose the laundry supplier that use correct chemical and procedures, especially of commercial scale. Because I will just take an example. When your guests check in the hotel, they use your bed at night, but they cannot really damage the bedsheet. The wear and tear of linen only occur during the laundering process. Very often in provincial area, even sometimes with our clients in Davao or Iloilo, they will also complain to us that the linen become yellowish or become grayish even after a few times of washes. This is not sometimes not related to the quality of the linen, but the laundering process. I will just take an example. We always use bleach when we have stains in the linens, but the overuse of bleach will greatly corrode and weaken the structure of bedsheet. For example, if your linen if your linen laundry, if they wash your linen with a high dosage of bleach, then maybe for the first 20 washes, your linen will look very new, very white, and you will be satisfied. But after that, the lifespan will be greatly reduced, and also the fabric may be corroded. Usually, for Globalinens, for our linens, especially for our bed linens, we always, because we manufacture everything under the European standard, so that any single piece of linen should pass at least 180 washes or more. That's why this is something that we always remind you because you know, as a supplier, we always know that it is the job of the hotel manager to find the best offer for the hotel. When you say about best offer, it's the best quality, best service, and also the best price. So for quality, especially for linen is very meticulous. Just by touching it, it's not easy to identify whether this is a good linen or bad. That's why we always recommend you can get sample from different supplier, and then you can compare side by side, even make a blind testing. The hand feeling, the appearance, and the texture will already give you initial evaluation. Especially, you always have to compare the quality after wash. This is so the quality, the appearance, and also the quality after wash. This is something that we find it very important, especially for managers in Boracay. They may know, but just tell them if you have any question about your linen, it's very easy for you to bring for testing. In Philippines, we have a few testing institute. We have Philippine Textile Research Institute, PTRI. We also have Intertech, and we have SGS. You just have to pay, for example, 500 peso, and then they can analyze within a few days and tell you whether this is a 300 fractan, whether it's true or not, and whether it's a 200 or what is the composition of the linen. This is actually the second last part of my presentation. Do you have any concern about any linens that you are using in Boracay? Or if you do not have a question, we will also move on to the last session of our presentation today. This is actually the 3 corporate value for Globalinens: the integrity, reciprocation, and also the pursuit. First, let's talk about integrity. I believe as a company, one of the biggest linen manufacturer in the Philippines, the most important virtue for Globalinen is our integrity. To be honest, integrity and be responsible is the most important virtue among all, and I also think this is the basic number one rule for us. I'm confident to say that all our linen products, all our bed linen, towels, curtains, and also table linens, all are of manufactured under European standard of equal or better quality. That is, I'm also confident to say that in the Philippines, Globalinens really have the best quality linen products, and this is also why we are able to supply to the biggest hotels, the 5-star hotels in Philippines. Linen is sometimes too meticulous. I mean, there are so many properties like thread count or even composition. This is very often, and when we make our delivery to you, virtually I know it's not possible for the hotel manager to check every single piece of linen whether this is of a correct composition. But for Globalinens, we are confident to say that when you purchase any single linen from us, it must be of your approved quality or equal or better. We also believe only if we are honest in what we do, this is the only way we can be successful. The second topic we will talk about is the reciprocation. Many years ago, how my parents also started this linen business. We are Hong Kong Chinese. We come from Hong Kong, and then many years ago, my parents also operate chains of restaurants, even a Filipino restaurant in Central in Hong Kong. In fact, my mother, especially my mother, she tell me she always see that Hong Kong has 300,000 Filipino working with us, and so the Filipino, because in Hong Kong usually the ladies, even they are married, they also work outside, and very often the young child will be taken care by the young Filipino helper. My mother always say that on Sunday we will see in Central, in the park, there are so many Filipinos just scattered and doing nothing. There is no, because Hong Kong people do not like Filipino food, so there is not even a Filipino restaurant for them, and that's why my mother also started a very big Filipino food restaurant in Central in Hong Kong. But that was back, I think,